Hi everyone, I'm Angie. This is my very first makeup tutorial for this channel, and I decided to go with a very winter appropriate look. It's a wearable green smoky eye, and then I paired it with a natural highlight, a nude lip, that whole shebang, and so I hope you guys like it. Keep watching. Okay, first I'm going to start off with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer in the shade Color Correcting. It's the one in the green too. And then I showed Beth my blue tongue. We were throwing Sour Patch Kids at each other. And I tried to catch it, and then they fell on the floor, and there was a piece of hair on it, and I slayed it, but it's okay, because it was the 3-second roll, right? And now I am testing out the new L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion Foundation. I'm in the shade Natural Tan, and I'm going to do half my face with a kabuki brush from Eco Tools, and then the other half with a beauty blender. So right now I'm just dipping the brush in and rubbing it on my face, and it's really luminizing. It has a very nice sheen to it. It's a little bit too dark, but it's okay because once the powder went on there it wasn't too bad, but there was a pretty bad noticeable difference between my face and my neck. But it's okay, we'll ignore that. It'll be good for the summertime. And so I'm just rubbing that in with the stippling brush. And now I'm going to take the beauty blender, and I just put the fat side in the foundation and patted that all around. And I think I like it with the beauty blender a little bit better because it was easier to apply it, and the cushion, the applicator, is about the same size as the beauty blender, so it was a perfect combination. Now I'm going to go in with Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in medium. The number is 25, and I had a really hard time opening it. I just bought it because I ran out of my other one, and I realized that the sticker was still on it, so that's why it wasn't coming out of the tube. But then I just put that in triangles under my eyes, and on the bridge of my nose, a little bit on the Cupid's bow, and the chin. And then with the Real Technique sponge, I'm going to blend that in to the foundation. Even though I didn't put highlighter on my forehead, I just put whatever was left over on the brush, or not the brush, the Real Technique sponge, and put that on my forehead to highlight a little bit. And then I'm using the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer in Original, and I just put that all over my eyelids as a base and blended that in. Now I'm going in with the Mercier translucent powder, and I'm going to use just a Real Techniques. This is actually a blush brush, but I use it to set my under eyes and just my whole face, pretty much. It works out well. I like it better to use for powder than for blush. The foundation is still a little bit dark, but that's okay. Now I'm going to take a Sephora Pro brush. The number is 12, and I'm going to use the shade Custard in my Lorac Mega Pro 2 palette and put that all over my lid. It just highlights the whole area before I put on anything else. Now I'm going to use the Maybelline Color Tattoo. This is in the shade Deep Forest. The number is 85. and I'm going to put that all over the lid as the base for the green smoky eye. It's just a really dark, foresty green. When I put it on my actual lid, it didn't look as dark as I was expecting. So I just took a flat shader brush and I used a shade Forest from my Lorac Mega Pro 2 palette and put that over the Maybelline Color Tattoo, just to make it a little bit darker and to blend out the edges of the cream eyeshadow. Now I'm just taking a blending brush from Morphe. I got those blue brushes in a set, and I'm going to blend out that dark forest green. Making sure there's no harsh lines. Everything's blended. That's alright, that's okay. Beth realized that she was in the reflection of my TV, so I gave her a little chant and told her it was okay. Now I'm gonna take the shade Burlap in my Lorac Mega Pro 2 palette and put that in the crease. It's like a backwards transition shade since I'm doing it after the main colors, but it's just to add a little bit more warmth. And Burlap is basically my skin color, but a little bit darker. So it's best to use one of those shades, whatever is a little bit darker than your skin tone. And I'm just gonna blend that into the crease and transition area. Now I'm gonna put some eye drops on a flat shader brush and use my Morphe shade Bronze Ivy and put that on the center of the lid just to add a little bit of shimmer and some dimension to the look, so it's not all matte. Just gonna keep blending. Now in my Z palette, I'm gonna take the shade Caramelized on a what are those brushes called? On a push liner brush, I'm gonna take the shade Caramelized on a push liner brush and push that into my lower lash line, mostly on the outer corner of the eye. and then work my way into the center. Just with a small definer brush, I'm gonna blend that out. Now I'm going to take a shimmer shade. It is called Prosecco or Prosecco. I don't know how to pronounce it. We're just going to call it Prosecco. I think it's Prosecco. It's a shade in the Lorac Mega Pro palette. Now I'm going to line my eyes with the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner and Trooper. I'm not going to do a wing or anything. I thought since it was more of a smoky look, it would look good with just a thin line. And I went completely out of the frame, but that's okay. And then don't mind me while I look like a demon. Tight lining with just a Butter London black cream eye pencil. I'm going to use my favorite mascara, which is the Better Than Sex, and just put that on my lashes. I got it all over my hand, so that's okay. It happens, it washes off. Just doing the bottom lashes. This is probably not the best brush to use, but it's the one that I had in front of me, so I just went ahead and used it. Now I'm going to do my brows with the Anastasia Dip Brow. This is in the shade Chocolate, I believe. Yes, it's Chocolate. And I'm just using another Morphe brush that I got from that set. And the mirror in the cushion foundation packaging is really nice. So I used that to do my brows. I'm just gonna brush through those with the small little spoolie. And yes, I know my eyebrows are uneven. I can't do anything about it. That's just my face. I'm sorry. Okay, now I'm going to use the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer, and I'm going to contour a little bit with that. I'm using the brush that it came with. I got the little mini one, and it came with that brush, and it's really good. And I'm just putting that on my cheekbones, on my forehead, the hollows of my cheeks, not the cheekbones. Highlighter goes in the cheekbones. Now that I'm contoured, I'm gonna use my Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in the shade of Magic. And I'm not a big blush fan, so I just lightly dust this to give it a little bit of color, so it's not just bronzered. This is a new product. I used it for the first time in this video, and it's the Revlon highlighting palette in the shade Peach Glow. It is super natural, so it's not like a really intense highlight, but I think it really worked for this look. Now I'm going to put some chapstick. That's just a Birds and Bees chapstick. And I'm going to line my lips with the new Tarteist lip crayon. This is in the shade Latergram. This is in the shade Latergram. It's a really pretty nude. It has a little bit of pink in it, so it doesn't look like concealer on your lips. And I just filled them in. And now I'm going to use the new NYX Suede lipsticks, and mine is in the shade Sandstorm, and it's a really nice matte nude. It's a really good lipstick to mute out other products too, so if you have like a red or something that's a little bit too bright, you can just put that on it to mute it out. And I'm going to use the new Master Fix by Face Studio Wear Boosting Setting Spray by Maybelline. Okay, and that's the finished look. Thank you so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!